Yeah, now it is coming.
Okay, okay. Please, because in between, I think that coordinator FDP who is recording may have some issues. Then that's why he's
Yeah, so
requesting
that's why
that.
so it is good to give me the rights and I will record and will.
Yeah, all rights you have. I have shared the username and password. Then
Sure,
you
sure,
can record. Then you can share. Yeah,
sure,
because
sure.
people
Thank you.
will ask later on. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Carry
you.
on, sir. Sorry to disturb. Yeah.
No problem. So I'm sure I've addressed the queries related to the paper from where you are getting. Is it okay with you?
Sir, SSRN you said, then research gate, then one
Research
more
gate
thing.
is there. Other one is Emerald. Emerald databases are there. Libraries are there. Even wherever you are living, you can go and search the library. You make some connection, request them the librarian. You have to visit that. Because ultimately you have to strive for your research work, isn't it? So
Yes.
that is the idea behind it. Is not like that you are sitting at home and somebody will do the job. Even somebody will do the job. Even I am providing. Many people are writing to me, so I generally send. Please send the link. I have no time to go and search and type the entire title. You understand? So if link is provided, I can easily download and I can submit. I can manage with 1 or 2 papers, not more than like it is a 50 papers if somebody is requiring like that. So help should not be headache. I think it is applied to everyone, isn't it? Yes or no? How many
Sir.
people will help should not be headache.
Mm.
So that is the one thing, because we have to sure, because these days, many people are misusing your contacts, killing your time. There are all sort of people are there in and around. And if you want, because help is always okay. Even I am also sending the paper. But if somebody is sending me the 50 papers, so I can do that. But who will do my job, you tell me? So that is the idea. Because so I generally ask scholars or faculties like you can mail me the link. I will try to search it on. If these papers are available, I will send it right. 5-10 minutes, it can easily download. 5-10 minutes, I can also, give the time for making. So I'm sure I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I think let's start our discussion, formal discussion, right? Mm. I'm sharing the screen, please confirm. So guys, I have shared the screen. I'm sure it is visible to everyone. So let's start as per our schedule. How to write an introduction, right? So introduction is very important section of the paper. Please note down. Please prepare or some notes also, though you are a faculty or a student, because writing should not be stopped at all. That is the biggest sign of being a researcher. And it is really important, because the more you write, the more words are going in your nervous system, and you feel proud that okay, you have done something. Okay, it was your great day today because you've learned. Because many people are poor even at implementation level, because many things are there but they are poor in execution, and that we all know, right? Even our students these days, because of this corona time and pandemic, people are not that much sharing feeling until, because it is very difficult to boost you. But please be motivated in my session, because a single opportunity is, because tomorrow may be another day, tomorrow may be a different energy for time and everything. So come back to the discussion. Introduction is a very important part of the research paper, where you are opening up and dialogue of that particular research context which you are dealing with or which you are intended to write, right? So that is important. So introduction answers the question in this way: what I am studying, why is it an important question, why should the readers, let me make a full screen so that you have the no issues. I think it is right. Yes, now it is fine. So why is it an important question? Why should the reader read on? So you have to think. आपको समझना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा, you know, what I am writing. Introduction is opening paragraph, right? Opening paragraph. ये आप note करते जाइए मेरे साथ simultaneously, please write, because these slides are not sufficient. But understand the crux meaning of this. Every question is an independent question. What I am studying, introduction, answer the question once you. Means you as a researcher, you are starting think, and thinking is more strong, should be more strong in writing. So what I am studying, that is more important. Why is it an important question that you ask from yourself? There could be another way to write these questions, or do we have the other options to write, or should I go and seek the help from someone like this? Or you need to go to the another, you know, iteration means another attempt to understand the entire scenario, then you grasp the power, means in your mind, and then you able to write, because you can't write directly. If you write directly, that is not a research, and if you believe that it is a research, that particular thing do not want, it is not required by anyone, even your editor, even you. And these papers are generally desk rejected, because अगर आपका कोई context नहीं है, as Professor Patnaik still remember his you know, statement that there has to be some story. Just like director, you must have seen many movies. If the story is not fruitful, I think you can lose interest in the first 5-10 minutes, isn't it? Maybe your actor or actresses are great, they are great performers in other movies, but maybe for some story they are not connecting the dialogue, they are not making the impact in the minds of the viewer. Same case also applies here in our research, because if you are not thought provoking, you are not sensitizing, or you are just repeating, mugging something, you know, या आपने कोई paper देखा, you have seen some paper, you are exactly writing that paper, so I believe that you are at wrong side. You are directly, you are at wrong side. Or there are, you know, different feelings, as I've already discussed in the morning, that we have to start and how to begin the study. That is more important. So why should the readers read? Well, these questions are for you actually. Third point is, what do we know already about it? हमको क्या पता है पहले से? What do we know already about it? तो वो भी question introduction का part है कि we know this according to, suppose I'm giving you the example, J. Arilaga 2008 highlighted and presented the sarcasm statement on the sweepers. I have just given you the some statement. It means 2008, that particular paper, and one researcher or maybe the research team, they're claiming some sarcastic comment on the sweepers. These sweepers are like that. I'm just taking the example just to understand and make the connect. Okay, so maybe these kind of statement maybe falls in your category of research, right? So that's why it is important, because what is known, somebody is highlighted, somebody is argued, so you use these words fairly in introduction, not very big way, because there is a one section allocated to us is literature review. We generally write these type of things in more detail, more exhaustive manner in the literature review, not here, right? So that is really important to understand what kind of things are required in introduction. And the last question, guys, is what basis do I need to provide? That basis, you know, reference. Some reference are also required in introduction. But what these days people are looking at, because I told you we are also reviewing, you know, more papers than thesis also. So generally people are using the same strategy they're following what they have written in the literature review. So they believe that literature and introduction are the same form. No, literature is always supported by some references and some quotations. But in introduction, you are also right. Maybe 2-3 line, maybe 2-3 references you can add. There is no hard and fast rule. But it should not be like this, that people like me or you can't quantify what is introduction, what is literature. So sometimes I believe that if someone has written the literature review in the introduction section, means introduction heading should be changed. Then we understand that. Okay. Then if they have to write introduction, it means they need to add more information in the form of introduction, not in the form of literature review. All right. So that is really important. Where generally people do the mistakes, these are the areas. Introduction thoda sa shuru kiya, you have just started some introduction, you have written 1 or 2 paragraph, okay, this is blah blah blah, this is story, and then you suddenly starting adding, just like, you know, literature review. I have seen many theses, it is just like that. So people are, ye hota hai, I understand it is happening. But because there is no guide properly about there is no workshops, nobody is conducted on thesis writing. I just started the culture, last 5-10 years, these type of like workshop on quality research papers and all. Because these are untold, I should say, untold or less told, areas in the public forum like this. This is required by everyone, but nobody is talking about. That is fair enough. Because I'm also in the society market and you are also there, so you can easily understand. You only just, many people I have seen in literature review, only people are working for methodology. Even sometimes people ask to experts, okay, sir, which tool technique is required? Please tell me directly. If we tell that directly, then there is no, claim of your research on by yourself. It means you are asking, doing the research just like that. Okay, sir, question is this, please give me the answer. I will do it and write it and I will pass the exam. So this is not the case of this. Yes, Mr. Manohar, please. Yes, you have raised your hands. Please type in the chat window. May I know your query? Yes, Mr. Manohar. Yes, Anjali. Let me address your queries. Please type in the chat window. I will see. मैं देखता हूँ. Let me see. Anjali Kumari, is it compulsory to add source or reference of every written statement in the introduction? No, not even one or two, based on your flexibility. आपको लगता है अंजलि, जहां पर आपको जरूरत है कुछ ब्यूटीफाई करने के लिए, मैं अभी आ रहा हूं उस पॉइंट में, I will come to that point. But it is not like that your entire statement is supported by references. If that be the case, suppose I will consider, ठीक है आपने वो किया है, so where is your originality of the introduction? That is missing now. You ask this question, very basic question. Research is an art, guys. Research is a beautiful thing, but this is not programmed that way. It was expected. So Anjali, I hope I have answered the questions. I have to frame question again, Manor. Okay, no problem. You can continue because either first you listen what I'm trying to say. Suppose your query may be addressed in this discussion. That is a one strategy where you and me, we can save the time and I will cover more things. I will take the question in the last 10 minutes, even after the class is over. Okay. If you have some query, you can keep posted your queries in the chat window. I'm happy to answer. I will give you the suggestion. Okay. So please be here with me. So yes. Yes. So now I was talking about, you can see here that what basis do I need to provide such that readers can understand my study. So some basis you can provide, maybe the latest study. आपने देखा होगा, whenever you have submitted your paper, generally your editor, if like your title and something, they generally guide you or giving you some tips. Please add some new updates, new updated papers. Suppose you have written paper till 2019, but now it is 22 to 22 years sending your paper. So there may be gap of 2-3 years where new studies have been come out or published. So those things should be carry forward in your title. क्योंकि research में हर चीज connected होती है, guys. This is also the another formula which I am sharing with you. Everything is connected. If you make the break till 2019, no discussion in 19, 20 or 21, then 22 you are publishing, means definitely people will ask you. और आपको भी करना चाहिए as a person, because you are just updating your paper, questions, research question, maybe introduction related to that. क्योंकि नई नई चीजें add हो रही हैं every time. We are living in this digital world every day. These days machine learning is there, artificial intelligence is there. Now most of the people are making even you can take the example of Grammarly. Grammarly is helping the people to reframe the changes, but the version is very high. So you can use these platforms, right? But मुझे लगता है if you use these softwares, so means you are doing the machining work, not actually it is your contribution, isn't it? Yes or no? आपको वो फील नहीं आएगी. आप PhD जरूर कर लोगे, पेपर भी पब्लिश कर लोगे, but you are still not feel excited you're published, though you're published by anyways, with the help of somebody you became the co-author. But actually if you ask, If you are a writer, I think you need to think again. So that is my answer to it. I'm not saying that you do not go for collaboration, but you do by your own means with your hands, type everything, design, and then you understand, and that makes sense, right? So introduction, generally it is working on the model of inverted triangle. You can see the base is upper side, the notch is at the lower side. So you can say it is just like a funnel, okay, funnel approach. So introduction has inverted triangle, moving from a very general to be very specific. So just like you written something like, okay, I will give you another example. Uh, from the globalization point of view, India being a developing country, please listen carefully. India being a developing country, suppose I want to write, some papers on globalization. Someone asked me, sir, please write, please help me. So I'm just framing, I'm trying to frame in front of you. I'm not saying that it is the best. It could be best by anyone, but I'm trying to, give you. So I'm just building some general remarks on globalization. So India being an, developing country, after the independence of 75 years, now we are celebrating 26th January 2022, soon maybe tomorrow. And India is open for the globalized world. India is a progressive country, contributing in every areas like this, like finance, like instruments, like, insurance, stocks, and government has also given, some plans on, FDI, foreign direct investment, like this. So some general remark is there. So this is a just basis, just to give, okay, so that if any reader will see my this introduction, so they can connect the dots that, okay, yes, India is a progressive country. So, you just listen the words progressive country, ready to contribute in different areas, means vertical sections across the globe. So here it is a general connection, right? But if you want to do the in globalization, then you should talk about the tri-parties, embassy role. There should be a foreign direct investment, cap should be there. It is not like that Africa is investing this much, America is investing. So it is not specific. So in introduction, once you started building block, maybe one paragraph, two paragraph, then you add some reference there in the introduction session. Okay, according to, some planning commission report, it was there, like maybe 2013, because planning commission is now converting to Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog, you can refer some, according to Niti Aayog 2019 report, they emphasized a lot on this section, maybe. So it is maybe indirectly. So passive learning, it is just like, so you have to write indirect way. It is not a direct way, that as you are talking, because your readers will read your content. So general background, then context, then previous research, like this you have to build up. And then slowly you have to come out to the connecting with your title related to globalization, or you can say participation of India in the global world. Suppose this could be the title, participation of India in the global world. So that what line I've quoted you, that is exactly fit to start introduction. पहले आप बताएंगे इंडिया में ऐसा होता है, इंडिया एक प्रोग्रेसिव कंट्री है, उसमें ये काम करते हैं, उसमें वो काम करते हैं, गवर्नमेंट इज बूस्टिंग द मनी, despite of this corona pandemic time, India is making the footprints, leaving the footprints, right? जैसे हम लोग रिसर्चर्स के लिए पेपर क्या होता है, फुटप्रिंट है, because after me, who knows that we will live forever? We all will never live forever, but our paper will be forever. So even I will cover this part in tomorrow, maybe importance of research paper title and references, tomorrow morning from 11:30. So why we are doing research? We are doing research for to create the footprints, a original footprint. कल को हो सकता है 50 साल के बाद, after some research scholar maybe work on your or take it your work further. Who knows that, because life is full of choices. People, even you go to, even I was in Israel for some couple of time, month. So then I was meeting with the people. These people, they are very, very much, I should say, I'm not getting the correct word in this place. Very much, introvert is the word. They are good researcher, but they are very introvert. वो अपने में ही रहते हैं. They talk with only their field, because there is not a English language as a primary language. They speak in Hebrew, and I got the chance to teach one business research method course to them sometime back, maybe 5-6 years back, because that course is designed by me also at my institute university. So I was having fair idea about these things. And you can't believe, guys, I was talking around 2-3 hours and all, no single student was. And, mostly the girl student was there. There was some male students also, because the language was there. But they were very good and they were very decorative. That was also online class like this. So, but they were very serious in the class. They were not making any noise. They were typing something in, trying to, type in the chat window. But so I have understood one thing, they are very good in research. They are very good in IT, information communication technologies, like this. So that is the from general remark to the specific remark that is required. So specific, what is it you are contributing to the problem, that is the spec. तब वहां से आप कनेक्ट करेंगे. पहले आपने जनरल पैराग्राफ लिख दिया, फिर आपने कुछ उसकी बात लिख दी, उसको सपोर्ट कर दिया, then you come to the directly to your point and connect your that particular line in an introduction with your topic. अब आप टॉपिक से उसको कनेक्ट कर दीजिए. Maybe 1 or 2 paragraph, maybe some question you is cropping in your mind, sir, how many paragraphs are sufficient for introduction? Maybe 2-3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs should be minimum required for introduction in a good paper like SCI, SSCI. नहीं तो बात नहीं बनेगी. Or maybe people will be less interested and like. अच्छा, एक सवाल मैं आपसे क्विज पूछ रहा हूँ. Please be attentive. I may ask you and sensitize you. How much time these editors take to read a paper, to take the decide that it is desk rejected or it is go to the next level, maybe the review level? Please answer in the chat window. Yes, Charu, please type in the chat window your query, because I hope you have understood. कितना समय लेते हैं वो आपके पेपर को देखने के लिए कि डेस्क रिजेक्ट करना है या उसको आगे किसी जनरल में भेजना है आगे रिव्यू के लिए. If your answer is will be met with me, then I will send you one very good book to you that I can help you. Means it is a reward. आप मुझे अपना email देंगे और मैं आपको एक अच्छा सा book आपको gift में दूंगा, which may be useful for you. That I can do. Otherwise, in my class, I generally distribute the chocolates. If your answer is matches with me, my answer, then definitely you will get one very good book, maybe on some HBR, maybe some other, because these books are highly paid, guys. किसी का आंसर बराबर नहीं आ रहा है, not meeting with my answer. एक आंसर आया है which is nearest to my answer, but not fully. I want to have exact answer. I'm happy that you all are participating. Isn't it? It's a quick assessment, right? It's a 1-minute assessment. 15, 30, 1 minute, abstract. Abstract का नहीं, किसने पूछा abstract का? Abstract, no abstract. I am talking about the entire paper. Suppose you have submitted the paper to general through dashboard, through that particular website, and it is reached to this. So how much time generally they take? Even हमने इसमें भी मैंने बात की, काफी लोगों से मिला, काफी एडिटर से बात की, काफी लोग मुझे जानते भी हैं in person. But I never misutilized for any people, even for my publication. मैं कभी किसी से, I'm very fair to my job. I'm happy with not to publish or publish 1 or 2. But गलत काम नहीं करना है. That is my, मेरी लड़ाई मेरे साथ है, I'm fighting with myself only. I have no competition with anyone in the world. ठीक है? So that feeling I generally carry. So please do not misunderstood about this. Or depends. आपने लिखा depends on the reviewer. Reviewer तक गया ही नहीं है. Your paper has not been sent to the reviewer. Reviewer में तो जाएगा. That will be the second stage. I'm talking about the first stage. The moment you submitted your paper, so how much time they will? आपने कभी देखा होगा? The moment you submitted the paper, after 5-10 minutes, you are getting the response. No, it is good. You have tried. Thank you very much for applying and submitting your paper. We are really appreciate. But you see, your paper is out of the scope, and we are really apologizing. I can't send your paper to the next level. But we are really happy to receive your manuscript in future. इस तरह से कुछ, you will get some reply sort of like this. And every these companies, even these reviewers, they have the जस्ट रीडिंग द टाइटल नहीं, टाइटल वगैरह को नहीं देखते। सागर रोहित नो, वो पूरा पेपर देखते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है, पूरा पेपर देखते हैं, टाइटल को कोई नहीं देखता। दे वेरी श्योर। कोई अपना लॉस क्यों करेगा आज कंपटीशन के जमाने? आप मुझे बताइए, सागर रोहित, who will make the, because every company love to see your content. वो कभी कभी प्रायोरिटाइज भी कर देते हैं। आपका एक्साइटिंग स्टडी है, उनको पता है ये कहीं स्टडी चला जाएगा, बिकॉज कंपटीशन, वी आर लिविंग इन कॉम्पिटिटिव वर्ल्ड। Every right they have, they can take the last paper to as a first paper if that particular paper is thought provoking, breakthrough, and what not, what you can say. So they will check the novelty of the research by reading the result and conclusion. Yes, Dr. Mithilesh, they will certainly go with this. But I'm talking about the first judgment, first decision they have to take, certainly. 455 सेकेंड, 345 सेकेंड ऐसा नहीं है। 2 मिनट लिख रही है चारू गोयल, नो। आई थिंक एक किसी पार्टिसिपेंट का आंसर मेरे आंसर से नियरेस्ट था, अभी 2 आ गए हैं। नो, no guys, I'm sorry. So anyway, so मैं अपना आंसर बता देता हूँ आपको। I think 2 participants ने, if I could see, 2 participants have given the answer nearest to my answer. So again, not exactly. Nimi, Lovely, George, why you are writing few seconds? Few seconds is not like that. I want number, not qualitative information. Okay. Anyway, ठीक है, आप लोग लिख रहे हैं, अच्छी बात है. I appreciate. Anyway guys, so I will give you the reply because मैंने कुछ 3-4 साल पहले, before 5 to 6 years before, I've discussed in some forum and I talked to and met with the people, editor, very high level editor, means world number 1 or 2, you can understand that level. So I asked this one ma'am, because she was discussing, I think this question was the outcome of my discussion. So, one of the editor was there, so I got a chance to meet her, and very leading journals, and, people are waiting for that journal to publish in those papers. So I got a chance, luckily, to met that lady, editor of one of the prestigious journals. So she was, sharing with me and some other, professor, we were there. So she was sharing, this time we received, 800 plus papers. But my issue is only required 14 to 15 papers to publish. So she was discussing me, Dr. Rudra, it is very difficult time to convert. Just like this funnel, I still remember, to convert from 700 to 14. So you can see the ratio. So then I said, ma'am, what criteria you are following? So they said, no, we are sending some papers on the desk itself. We will see and just scan it like this, and we feel that okay, this is just, they take the decision on the step. Once they are scrolling down their mouse, scan करते हैं वो. तो वही मैंने टाइम पूछा था आपसे, the same question I've asked. So they said, when I asked that lady editor, so she said, generally we take 10 to 15 seconds to decide whether this particular manuscript is in our inbox or it will be discarded. तो जो आंसर था मेरे क्वेश्चन का, the answer of my question was 10 to 15 seconds they take to decide whether the paper is in or out. In means going to the next level. From next level, there are chances to get the reply, same reply or maybe equivalent reply to that, isn't it? So that is delivered. तो 10 से 15 सेकंड लगते, देखिए जो पेपर आपने लिखा, your blood is sink in that particular paper, your effort, hard work, उसको एडिटर ने 10 से 15 सेकंड लिया and they decided to send back to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much is a very good word. Every word will appreciate that. So I think let me congratulate some persons in this forum. Those answers was nearest to my answer. Let me recheck again who was the person. And guys, I request all of you to clap at your at your place. Okay, for those people. So none of the answer matches to this. Many people say 2 minutes, 5 minutes like this. So let me see again. I'm scrolling down. There was two responses if I could see. Yes, Harsh Katoj, 30 seconds. So your answer was nearest to that answer. So I'm considering you as a one of the respondent, means with the correct approach. And और एक किसी और ने बताया, there is one more guy also. One more guy also, still remember. Yes, Vishwajit Nath ji, congratulations. It is not maximum. आपने दोनों contract लिया maximum 30. No, it should be minimum 30 seconds. Like so. Anyway, so Vishwajit ji and Katosh ji, the congratulations to both of you for meeting the expectation of this question. Thank you. फिर आगे भी किसी ने लिखा Abhishek Singh also written. So I think Abhishek is also in the line. So now 3 people. Or now people are crying. Parveen is crying. Why? Because they have to take the decision, guys, based on the content. तो वो क्या करते हैं मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. They will scan it. They look at okay what is the title, appropriate, okay references, like ये practice हो जाती है. It comes practice. मेरे पास भी आता है. So I generally review the paper very fast also, because it depends upon your acumen, your interest, you're taking the decision power, everything. Many people you have seen that they take the decision after long. No, I will see again, like no. That you have to take the decision, because your job is you not to filter your paper. वो decide कर लेंगे कि content मेरे लिए अच्छा है, catchy है, title is good, scrolling, table, pictures, everything, references, like this. So they simply scan it, or I believe that अगर आप करके देखोगे, you can do it by yourself. You can just open your paper and just scroll down. Okay, title is this. Okay, this is meaningful. Okay, like this. So you just change your role. If you want to take the feeling of this, you just change the role of your paper. So initially you were the author of that paper, now you act like a reviewer or act like editor. आप अपने पेपर को देखिए और आपको पता लग जाएगा कि scrolling में generally 10 to 15 seconds are required to take the decision to go and back to go with this. I hope you have understood the concept of. So I just recall, because that approach is also like this, from general to the notch. 14 people, अब 14 में फिर वो जाएगा, maybe 50 कर लेंगे, maybe 100 कर लेंगे. That is up to them, from 700 to 100 or 100 to 50 and 50 to 14. Job done. So in 4 iterations, job done. आपने देखा होगा, तो they are very quick, smart. Why they will hold your paper? So I hope you have understood this. So what do they actually see while scanning? Shivali have already answered, I think. They look at your title first. They look at the placement of the words, or the words you have chosen, means some meaningful, some sense is coming out, and your subtitles and your pictures, frame, every means they are looking for the balanced approach of the. अब जैसे किसी ने बताया था, वो थोड़ा सा देख भी लेते, just for quickly. ज्यादातर वो पढ़ते नहीं है, वो स्कैन करते हैं, वो देखते हैं. They only watch it. They are not going. They only read your this what should I say, title of the paper, maybe your some settings and everything. इसलिए आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ, these are the nuances of the paper. काफी लोगों को नहीं पता. Nobody will tell you. No editor will tell you all these things which is being expected. Actually, everything is going oppositely. You are investing lot of time, hard work, energy, money. All your efforts are in vain, isn't it? So this is scanning, and scanning can only be done through. आजकल कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर भी आ रहे हैं, कुछ तो उसमें भी वो लगाने लगे हैं. Even आजकल तो एक नया स्कैनिंग सॉफ्टवेयर आया है, used by Taylor and Francis. They want to very much sure about the title. Title character must be in this character only. Your title should not be like strengthful. It should not be like of 2 line. मैं अभी आपको बताऊंगा. I will tell you maybe day after tomorrow when I will talk about this. So this is really important. So what is contributing? So everything you have to learn. And these events and programs are very much important to sensitize you, to guide you, because we care you. That's why I'm here. We as a organizing institute, we care. This was my proposal. When Professor Ganesh called me, sir, I want to do some PhD. What should be the title? I said, Ganesh, you can take it this one. And I'm happy to take the class also. Because this is the untold story. Many people are not aware. Everybody is going to Google, Bing.com, and many other Yahoo search website like. But there is no fair answer at all, right? So that is an attempt, and based on this, what the lead professor told me, who is the एडिटर, एंड वो लोग अपने लेवल पे काम करते हैं तो उन्होंने भी कुछ सीखा है कि स्कैन करना है 700 पेपर को 100 में कैसे लेके आना है, 15 में कैसे लेके आना है, everybody is making the filtration process and they do the task like this. So Ashwini Kumar, congratulations to the winners and all, and Sachin Tyagi, and I've already answered. So and 9.5 months के बाद उन्होंने revision दी है. So yes, because they have understood. अगर देखिए paper accepted है, if you are not getting any desk rejection, so this particular instance which I've just quoted, it was for the desk rejection. वो decide करते हैं, अगर वो जाएगा तो आपको बता देते हैं, sometime वो आपको नहीं बताते. So it depends upon, if editor is busy too much, they will not tell you. Even you have to wait. कभी-कभी 8-9 months के बाद समझ में आता है, no, your paper is out of the scope like this. So different people, this mind is not controlled by any. People have different assumptions. People have different way to work. People have different way to style of that particular thing. All people are not ethical. All people are. अब उनको कुछ पैसा नहीं मिला. Many people, they believe that if I'm not getting the money, why should I do and prompt about? It is also a dialogue. People are there from you and me like this, isn't it? We all belongs to the same community. Yes or no? We are one family. I believe that we are one family. Okay. So like this. So it is really important. So yes, Anjali, I will share my email ID. Let me share with you. So please do not stop me because I'm in flow. Otherwise, I will forget many things. So this is my email ID. Please save it. So guys, I hope you have understood the cycle of introduction, title, connection, and scanning of the procedure. Let me proceed further. So guys, the introduction includes the statement of the goal of the study. ये आप note कर लीजिए. I request all of you to note. और अपने notes बनाइए, लिखिए. Do not take the printout. Do not take the screenshot. Please be ethical at your end. Include a statement of the goal और समझ लीजिए why it was undertaken. Second point, sets the context of your proposed project and must capture the reader's interest. Reader को आजकल किस में interest आ जाए? आजकल जैसे मैं आपको कुछ बता देता हूँ. There are some interesting examples from the reader's point of view. People are more interested for social media analytics. Even after this course, I'm teaching some students. I'm the visiting faculty to some university. So exactly after your class, my another class is there of data analytics. So I will be free around by 8:30 or 9. So मेरे लिए बड़ा मुश्किल होता है to manage the this thing. But anyway, because we have to respect the time and everything, right? So must capture the reader's interest. So reader interest में क्या है? Social media analytics. These are the problem. HR analytics. Social से related जितने problem है, वो readers के लिए आजकल interest है. Means very few readers you will find for core areas, maybe industrial engineering. Nobody talks about it. Even the industries are not talking. Because people are changing, isn't it? जैसे लोग चल रहे हैं वैसे हमें researchers को भी चलना है. Many researchers are very rigid. Even I generally meet in faculty meetings like this. They are very rigid. मैं कभी-कभी सोचता हूँ why they are rigid, why they are not flexible in their research problem. नहीं सर मुझे इसको ही करना है. I have given my blood to this problem. So I generally wonder in that way, but a person should be flexible enough to change the problem and think the problem in a big way like this, right? Explains the background of your study, started from broad picture to narrow it. This I've already given. Broad picture to the narrow it down to a research question, maybe the specific questions. Give sufficient background information to allow the readers to understand the context and significance of the question you are trying to address. अब देखिए इसमें भी एक बड़ा important concept है. You are trying to address and what you have done, what you have addressed. Trying to address is another question which is being expected question, but what you have done already addressed, that should have be different one. So many people they do the mistake in this way. उनको जो लिखना था वो नहीं लिख रहे. They are not writing what is being expected or trying to address, but they have written what then. So there is a too much gap. मैंने कुछ areas में research किया. I've done some research on people and human mind also. I teach psychology and so from that angle also I came to know that जो उनको लिखना है what they are trying to write, they are not writing actually, and that is the most important thing for people, isn't it? But they are writing what they know, what they have understood. कोई paper पढ़ा आपने देखा कुछ paper पढ़ा समझा, and they are very excited and written like this, और पढ़ के ही तुरंत लिख रहे हैं. So I generally stop these people, even my students also, कि why you allow your mind to think. आपने कोई चीज पढ़ी है. I will also add one point which is a very interesting point you may use also. whenever you have read any content, please allow your mind to grasp that content and allow some intervention in your mind itself. Do not write directly. आपने अभी पढ़ा, you are writing like this. No, please allow your mind to catch that particular thing, think, assimilate, and then suddenly you can write also. Means after 2-3 days, उसको समय दीजिए. Give some time. कोई content आपने पढ़ा, even I can bet on this. Whatever you have written or read, or you written, first you have read and then you have written, you can't write the same content again. I hope you got the answer. You can't write. Even I can't write. मैं अभी कुछ जो लिखा हूँ वो बाद में नहीं लिख सकता. उससे कुछ अच्छा लिखूंगा या उससे बुरा लिखूंगा. I may write the wrong thing. I may be write the worst thing also. That depends upon possible, or it depends upon my mind whether. So that's why research people generally got the very good climate. Even if you go visit even IITs, IIMs, I'm the product of IIT. IIT में मैंने यही चीज सीखी कि IIT में atmosphere है. Nobody is disturbing. Only your guide is there. Only libraries are there. Go here. Even you must appreciate that I got the highest fellowship in the country among all IITs and IIMs. तो PhD मेरे लिए 2 साल का एक कोर्स था. Because ये चीजें मेरी बचपन से थी, मैं कर रहा था. I published many papers. Even in interview also, I still remember one of the professor who was interviewing me for my fellowship. Even I was getting the fellowship gate. I was the gate qualified for IITs, but I want to go to and become the national doctoral fellow. So I've applied for that. Finally, I've shortlisted. Finally, I got selected also. So there in the interview panel, also one of the professor was very much motivated, because at that point in time, I had the 35 papers also with me. These were not the very great papers, but that was the outcome of the paper, means with the certificate, everything. So writing is a powerful thing. That's why I'm good. I'm not highlighting myself here. Please do not misunderstand, right? I am just giving you that slowly you read, write, and slowly then you picked up the speed, and then you can write. You can write even these days, even I generally write emails, lengthy emails. So that is, I'm not stopping writing. Writing से मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. और वही मेरा एक अटेम्प्ट है कि आप लोग लिखना भूल रहे हैं. प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट राइटिंग. आप लिखिए, बात कीजिए. व्हाट्सएप यूज कर रहे हैं, यू राइट व्हाट्सएप. आज आप इस लेक्चर के बाद आप शेयर कीजिए अपने लोगों से, अपने परिवार से, फैमिली मेंबर से. टुडे आई हैव अटेंडेड वन FDP एंड नाउ आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग माय रिव्यूज विद यू ऑल ऑफ. उनको शेयर कीजिए, लिखिए आप. Don't stop your feelings. Writing is a very good thing, and once you will do, you will enjoy writing. Different words will come in your picture, different vocabulary you can create, repositories, इसको हम लोग repository बोलते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है, जो चीज आपसे लोग मांग रहे हैं ना, वो ऐसे नहीं मिलेगी. You have to create it, you have to earn it, isn't it? अब मैं आपको आज ये बता रहा हूँ तो मैंने कुछ वर्क किया है. I'm not saying I've done a great work, but I have done some work, or I'm doing still some. आजकल मैं इंग्लिश में काम कर रहा हूँ, इंग्लिश लिटरेचर. Many times, people are using very and all, but there are certain words also. So we have to understand the spelling. We have to understand the, idea. So there is a lot to learn in this life. कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है, if you ask me, I said I have not done that. Even my son is asking me, Dad, you are too much, worried about the content and all, because अभी मैंने उनको भी थोड़ा पढ़ाना शुरू किया है, though they are in the school, but the content must be strong. और ये पूरी दुनिया में, that world is fighting with the content. Award winning prizes, people are making for good research paper, A-star paper, and IEEE transaction book. Even one of my book has also published. It is available on Amazon also. It is an edited book, given by machine learning for signal processing by Taylor and Francis. तो उसका जो सारा काम किया वो मैंने किया है. काफी लोगों ने, though it was very easy assignment for me, but मैंने जब देखा लोगों का कंटेंट मेरे पास आता है तो मुझे लगता है वो ऐसा क्यों लिख रहे हैं. They could have used a different terms. So why I'm giving you, give sufficient background information to allow the readers to understand the context. तो वो तब होगा when it will happen, when you write. So significance of the question you are trying to address. So that's why I've given this whole story idea as far as the fourth point is concerned. Reviews what is known about your research topic as far as are relevant to your thesis. Reviews लिखिए, लोगों से invite कीजिए, पूछ लीजिए, अपने guide, अपने जो भी आपके गुरु हैं, you can go to them देखिए, आपको अगर अपना वर्क निकालना है तो आपको लाइन में लगना पड़ेगा. when you if you ask me, मेरे बहुत सारे गुरुज थे हिंदुस्तान में, क्या अभी भी हैं, या मेरे कोई स्टूडेंट भी मेरा एक गुरु है, because I learned good things from them, isn't it? It is as simple as that. It is not like that only one guru is there in the life. There could be many gurus also. अब कलाम साहब मेरे गुरु थे, उनसे मैंने ये सीखा कि मुझे काम करना है और मैं काम करता हूँ. And I'm not making with selfish motto that कि मुझे इससे क्या मिलेगा. Even I'm not allowing my mind to go and think that way. Automatically the reward will come. What is the problem? If reward will never come, again I will do the same thing. I will get the same salary and all. I will contribute, isn't it? So हमारी जो लड़ाई है वो हमारे से. Our fight is only with ourselves, and we need to be judiciously utilize the time for research, for our family, for everything. Even sometimes, we people are not giving that quality time with the family. Even one of the research surveys shows that 70 to 80% we people, you and me, we all are spending official time in our quality time. Maybe the dinner time, phone आ गया, boss का phone आ गया, आप discuss कर रहे हैं, right? तो many people come to me, sir, समय कहाँ से लेकर आए हैं? And many people ask me, sir, आप कैसे कर लेते हैं? तो मैंने थोड़ा सा एक system बनाया है. As I told you, my fight is, my commitment is with me only, like this. So somewhere we are losing, somewhere we are gaining. It is the life that is my way to do that task. So reviews what is not known about the research topics to include in your research paper or the thesis, whatever. Cite relevant references. Relevant एक word याद रखिए, please understand. Relevant is a very good word. Relevant means जो चाहिए उससे related. Don't give extra just to increase the number of people. Many people, they believe in this misconception that ज़्यादा paper होना चाहिए, ज़्यादा reference होना चाहिए. Like, it should be cite relevant references and use that. Paper should be balanced one. If you go to Emerald ka, I still remember, they want only 6,000 words paper. अब आपने लिख लिया 12,000 का, 12,000 words you are using. So you have to scale down. अब scale down करना, again you have to do the redrafting. Again you have to do the same exercise. एक दो बार मैंने भी अपना ऐसे ही सीखा है जो आपको आप शेयर कर रहे हैं. I have also learned. I have written 13,500 words. Then I submitted and chosen one journal after writing the paper. Then I went to the website of the Emerald people. They have no, only 6,000 is the word limit extra. अब क्या करें? What we have to do extra? So फिर मुझे rework करना पड़ा everything. फिर I need to decide again, just like a filtration process, to means delete some paragraph, delete something. Ultimately I have to come down from 13,000 to just half of that. If your paper in pages like 28, then again half of it, like it should be in 13 and 14 range of that pages, number of pages, A4 size. So that is the idea. So site relevant references, all site work should be directly relevant to the goals of the thesis. आपका जो goal है, आपका जो objective, whatever the goal and objectives you are making to, वो होना चाहिए. Your site towards that. ऐसा नहीं हो the X is required but you are writing P. It is not like that. It should be from the same goal, same direction, same direction. Good enough references to the readers, could be going to the library online. कुछ links दे दीजिए, आजकल आपने देखा होगा. Whether it is, I'm just talking from the management, engineering, science, सबकी तरफ से बोल रहा हूँ. So please do not misunderstand कि sir you are not telling from my area. अभी आपको क्या सीखना, आपको सोचने का तरीका बदलो. ये भी मैं, because I am a soft skill trainer also, तो मैंने भी काफी चीजें सीखे. जब से मैं ट्रेनिंग में आया, my life is totally changed. I have no time. मुझे लगता है, I was doing the mistake when I was in IIT. I could not do this. I could do in my thesis like this. So this, because these feelings, your actual PhD starts after the submission, after the gaining some experience, post PhD experience. So this is all about. So please do, because मेरे को तो 15-10 साल लग गया ये सब समझने में. But मैं चाहता हूँ, if you are a young researcher or a at my age, some researchers or maybe the older than me, please use these things and make publishable one paper. And I think that paper is the crown for your success. बाकी आप contribute कर रहे हैं, rest you are getting the same place, same journey like this. So I think this is done. Try to cite those who had the ideas or ideas. आपने देखा होगा, sometime people are writing, because we are living in competitive world. अब जिसका study पहले आ गया, that idea is first one, isn't it? आजकल पेटेंट का एक नया some revolution is started. People are misusing the patent thing. Patent में काम कीजिए, research proposal, write research proposal, do work for patents. So there is a lot to work in this, even NEC, NBA. Why these, accreditations are mandatory in India? Because these are there not to keep you anything negative, but to boost you to do something else. I look at that way. अब आप काम कर रहे हैं, आपका अप्रेजल अच्छा है, आप कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं, तो आई थिंक इसका इज द लिमिट, यू कैन डू दैट आल्सो विदाउट एनी गेटिंग द, इवन लोगों को रिवार्ड भी नहीं मिलता है, आई स्टिल यू कैन डू विद द सेम पेस, you just simply contribute, because nothing is permanent. In nature, everything is organic, isn't it? We are not here, we are just here in this world for some time, and that sometime is undefined, right? It may be 50 years, it may be 100 years, it may be less than that God has decided. But whatever we are there, we should enjoy learning, we should write learning like this. So it should be in your culture, and it will not come in one day that you say that, sir, aapne ye bola tha, you have just guided us. No, it will come slowly in your culture. You just talk, how to walk like this, talk with empathy. जब आप इन शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, guys, I think you are the best people that you come to me and say that, sir, I have done this. So far, I have 25,000 people in last, 12 or 14 years, both online and offline, both in academics, both in, student life and corporates also. Many ideas, we share generally. So this is not a place to summarize everything you have ever read on a subject. तो यहाँ पर सारी चीजें नहीं है. This is not the place to summarize. Many people are living in this world. Introduction में thought provoking idea होना चाहिए. This is all about, this is this, blah 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 blah. Explain the scope of your work, what will and will not be included. If you are answering only part of the question you are posing, that you know. So explain the scope of work in the introduction. This is the place actually to come up, to give some invitation to your research as well as to your area research, means what are the people who are doing in your area, and to the people, those who are about to see your research. Publish होने के बाद जब once it will go to the people, then people should react that. People should write, okay sir, it was a very wonderful paper. तो वो आपके लिए सही reward. And the last point, guys, is should be at the level that makes it easy to understand for readers with a general science background. For example, your classmate, maybe your class advisor, maybe or anything. So I think introduction में बहुत कुछ है देखिए लिखने को. It is not like that. अब आप देखिएगा after this presentation where you are good at, where you are not good at. I'm not saying worst, where you are not good at. That is also another way to express. So any questions, guys, so far? Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? Please make thumbs up sign in your chat window if you are with me. Very good, very good. Because this is, I'm so sorry, this is a difficult time that I have chosen because of my class engagements, right? So please excuse me regarding this. But sometimes it is not forever, isn't it? It is not forever, right? Maybe 2-3 days more. So these are the guys writing tips. Yeah, note kar lijiye. I request all of you to write. For long introduction, give the readers already an indication earlier of what question you will be addressing. तो उसका लिखने का स्टाइल करना चाहिए. क्या कोई पूछ रहा है रिव्यू पेपर निकालने का क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है सर? आई एम नॉट गेटिंग यू. व्हाट इज निकालने का? प्लीज एक्सप्लिसिटली लाइट मनोहर जी. या मुझसे बात कर लीजिए. गिव मी, लेट मी कंप्लीट फर्स्ट, देन आई विल टेक योर क्वेश्चंस. ओके, वन बाय वन. डोंट वरी, आई विल हेल्प यू. Don't worry. Okay, thank you. So for long introduction, give the readers already an indication earlier than what questions you will be addressing. तो आप उनको लिखने में क्या indication है? What you are trying to give some message in such a way that in the question form, what question you are addressing. Be sure include a hook at the beginning of the introduction. This is the statement of the something sufficiently interesting to motivate your reader to read the rest of the paper. क्योंकि पहले बंदा ना introduction पढ़ता है, abstract तो पढ़ता ही है, but introduction देखता है. अगर उसको इंटरेस्ट आएगा तो बाकी का पेपर पढ़ेगा. If the readers generates interest in the beginning of the introduction, certainly the person will read the entire thing, just like YouTube video. आपने देखा होगा YouTube video, people are making the videos also short video. If somebody will view the entire video, then the one hit goes to the person who has created that video. Same thing also applied in the research. If somebody or some reader going through the entire introduction, maybe the some part, then interest will come. That certainly you can expect that it is being read by the some person, isn't it? So that is the idea. तो अभी हम बात कर रहे थे, let me take a glass of water. I'm sorry, so excuse me, because here climate is too cold in Punjab. So yes, I was mentioning this point. It is an important, interesting scientific problem that your paper either solves or addresses, right? You should draw the reader in it. Please drop your feedback also on my email, guys. I will provide the link also. So please do not leave. Please stay with me and let me see what is the time. It is now 6:10. So 20 minutes more to wind up all these things. Rest we will continue. Okay. And I have to address you also. So I'll keep 5 minutes to address your queries also. Okay, guys. So please stay with me. I'm sorry to trouble you in this late evening, but because of my timetable, right? So it can be useful to sketch the introduction backward, start with the specific focus on your study, work upward or the broader context. It is hard to write a good introduction. Yes, I've already given ample examples from my life, from somebody's life. Already you have also considered, until you know that the body of the paper says. जब तक आपकी बात किसी को समझ में ना आए या आपको समझ में ना आए, तो तब तक आप ये समझिए कि आपको बहुत काम करना है. जैसा पटनायक साहब ने मॉर्निंग में कहा था कि यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड. आजकल शॉर्टकट नहीं है रिसर्च कि यू जस्ट केम इन एकेडमिक, somebody asked you to do the PhD and you are doing it this way, that way, right? And being a doctor, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ जो लोग डॉक्टर बन गए, I believe that they are doctor but they are not scholars, isn't it? Yes or no? It is as simple as. यहाँ कोई लड़ाई नहीं है. It is not a fight. Doctorate is something, but you are not a scholar. So it is very difficult to understand about the concept map, right? So स्कॉलर नहीं है, डॉक्टर सब है. देखिए डॉक्टर किसी ने हार्ड वर्क किया है, किसी ने किया, डॉक्टर सब है डॉक्टर. बट मेरा मानना यह है कि अगर वो स्कॉलर नहीं है तो वो डॉक्टर नहीं है in actual sense in the academic world. I hope you all can, right? ये मेरा जजमेंट है. मैं उनको डिनाई नहीं कर रहा कि वो डॉक्टर नहीं है, but it is the way to look at you. Considering making a concept map, it will be to identify the elements you need in the introduction. You can break up the introduction section into logical segments by using subheads. You can break up the introduction section. फिर आप क्या कीजिए, यहाँ एक नया point है, please add, please understand. Introduction, once you have written a 1 or 2 paragraph, you just make a small break. A small break means you can say that in a general term, it is a small pause. You can break the introduction section in a logical sequence. फिर वहां से एक छोटा सा सब हेडिंग बना लीजिए. You just make some subheading beneath of your that a major paragraph as far as the writing tips are concerned. तो देखिए कितना मुश्किल है इंट्रोडक्शन को समझना, लिखना. If you see, I think more than 1 hour I am talking only 1 or 2 slides. So there is a lot to understand and practice. Practice. That is the only मूल मंत्र of this success. पेपर इतना जल्दी नहीं है. आप पैसे दे दिए, इवन जो लोग बना रहे हैं ना आपके लिए पैसे के लिए, वो लोगों को खुद नहीं पता है कि कैसे बनाते हैं पेपर. बस उनका बिजनेस है, because they are just there to snatch your money. ना तो वो स्कोपस में है, ना वो ABDC में है, ना SCI में. No, I think you are at wrong side. And save your money, save it, because this is hard earned money, guys. ये आपने अर्न किया है. Please respect the money, isn't it? The money will also respect you in the some way through natural forces, through natural blessings, maybe, because I believe this. There are negative energies, positive energies. This is also there, right? तो ये थोड़ा सा आप देख लीजिए. So I think we are almost to nearest of the session. So writing an introduction, class exercise. ये class exercise है, but अभी थोड़ा समय नहीं है. I generally use in the class, but you keep as a homework. Today you do this exercise. Come tomorrow we will meet at 11:30 and please show me. Please share your experience. और ईमानदारी से कीजिएगा. Do with your honest way. Don't copy and paste. Don't see, look at any Google. अगर देखिए आपको अच्छा है रिसर्चर बनना है, do not look at the Google. आपको वो चीजें मैं बता रहा हूँ, ये कोई नहीं बताएगा. Nobody will tell you. You away from the Google, then you will learn more. Your mind will allow, your body will allow to think right, read right like this. Then you will be established. After 2-3 years, you will be a good researcher. And you will see, you will bag thousands of crores of projects also. Because there are certain people, आजकल इंडिया में क्या, बाहर तो इतना पैसा है रिसर्च के लिए, you can't believe. Sky is the limit. They will pay you more dollars for one publishing in one good journal. दैट इज अ स्किल। तो मेरी कोशिश क्या है, आपको तैयार करना, आपको प्रिपेयर करना। आप लोग आज का जॉब देख रहे हैं, बट मैं आपका आगे का एंगेजमेंट देख रहा हूँ। दैट इज द डिफरेंस, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम हियर टू शेयर ऑल दीज आइडियाज विद यू थ्रू दिस फोरम। तो आप लोग करिए इस एक्सरसाइज को और बनाइए, लिखिए, फिर आप देखिएगा, आप अपना टेस्ट खुद लीजिए। दैट इज माई आइडिया। यू टेक योर ओन टेस्ट, योर बाय योरसेल्फ, एंड टुमारो यू प्लीज कम एंड शेयर विद योर आइडियाज। इवन यू कैन मेल मी ऑल्सो कि सर मैंने ये बनाया है, आई विल गो थ्रू, and tomorrow I'll take up some of the samples as a like first come first serve basis, maybe 4 or 5 I can take up. Okay, so break yourself in this way. I've already shared Sonal, I've already shared the email ID. Let me again and again, तो आप ये नोट कर लीजिए, ये होमवर्क के टाइम है. So this is my email ID, guys. I'm happy to receive your this thing email ID. I think somebody has sent me the private message. Let me everyone. So guys, this is my email ID with my photo. Okay. Can you explain this practice again? Practice is nothing. You select a topic. You close your laptop and WhatsApp everything, and it's a just activity. You just believe that because you just believe that you are a group. You are a small group represented. Okay. Because this is a group activity, but since you have to do by your own, so you just minus this, the third bullet. You just feel that and you select a topic and write one introduction without having any literature review, without anything. So introduction to publish a paper from a scientific literature, 14 sentences have to scrambled into random order, जो अभी हमने बताया है, and like this way, in this way, this is a class activity that. So just listen me what I'm saying. You forget about this particular thing. You just select a topic in your area. Maybe you belongs to geography, maybe you belongs to chemistry, maybe you belongs to social science, whatever, political science, I mean, n number of areas, right? Then you open a paper, you write with your pen and pencil, not type. You need not to type. You have to write in pen and pencil, take the screenshot and formally submit on my email. This is exercise. And you keep 15 minutes for this exercise. मैं time भी बता रहा हूँ. You just keep 15 minutes to this exercise. Do not make 16 minutes or 20 minutes. It is very easy. Okay. Do not send the whatever you have written. No, you have to write a new. Charu, you have to write. Okay. Anyway, so guys, this is the pictorial view again. Introduction, context of the problem you are addressing, broad question of the issues of some context. Then you position your answer and problems in the middle stage of your introduction, and then directly come to the main points overview of the argument. So in this way, your argument starts. Generally, लोग क्या करते हैं? What the people they do, and the mistake, they start the argument from here. They believe that लोगों को पता है, people know it well. No, you just write. There is no harm because it is a draft actually. आपके तरीके से सोचने से दुनिया नहीं चलेगी. I always say that, many people they know, sir, मेरा तो argument है. तो argument के लिए एक जगह है, which is at the third stage. Maybe in the third paragraph you can connect your main points and connect with your title and everything, and then you just go for the. Then your literature view starts like this. Okay, that is it. So देखिए, one sample is in front of you. How to write an academic introduction. So suppose this is the one research question. Fair trade negatively impacts producer and workers in developing countries. To what extent do you agree? तो अब ये मान लीजिए टाइटल है, तो आपको कैसे शुरू करना है? इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड, कुछ वर्ड ले लीजिए. इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड हैज बीन प्रीडोमिनेंटली controlled by the developed countries for centuries and developing countries have struggled to access this market. फिर आगे आ जाइए, फिर देखिए चेंज कर दीजिए, डेफिनेशन ला जाइए, डेफिनेशन लिखिए. अब मान लीजिए आप मान के चलिए ना, you try to understand many people they do not have idea about the free trade. So then you give some idea, maybe 1 or 2 lines. Fair trade is a worldwide initiative aimed to improving and livelihood producer, blah blah blah. Then you make a quote according to Free Trade International 2017 or maybe 19, right? तो ये आपकी डेफिनेशन आ गई. अब उसके बाद आ जाइए थोड़ा थीसिस का, जो मैं बता रहा था, इंक्लूड सम क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू दिस. तो अब आप आगे लिखेंगे, ओवरऑल फेयर ट्रेड डेवलप्स इकोनॉमिक स्टेबिलिटी, हायर सैलरीज कंपेयर टू द कन्वेंशनल प्रोड्यूसर्स, एजुकेट्स community diversification like this. So thus to last section the claim was fair negatively. फिर थोड़ा कनेक्ट कर. और लास्ट जो होगा लाइन का क्या होगा, how you end up this. So this particular article or essay will focus on the main arguments connected to the stability. फिर आपके keywords क्या होगा? Stability, salaries, diversification, economic trade participation, so and so forth. Even if you ask me, I can elaborately and write and add on. You just believe this, right? तो आप देखिए कितनी स्टेजेस है, लेकिन अगर आपको ये नहीं पता है आप ऐसे ही लिख लें ब्लाइंडली, तो पता नहीं है। और यही वो चीजें देखते हैं एडिटर। एडिटर ऑलवेज लुक एट योर दिस स्कैनिंग, अच्छा ओके ओके, लाइक I think fairly 15-20 seconds are required to scroll down like this, simple, and decisions are made. Yes or no? So guys, these are other points in a conclusive manner. Research has a long tradition, right? Whatever research you are doing has a long tradition. For decades, one of the most popular ideas in the literature, that is idea. So these are the phrases for your research paper जो मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ. ये वैसे मैं आपको WhatsApp group में share कर लूँगा some of the things which is required, because I will not share all these things, but आप इसको कर सकते हैं, note कर सकते हैं. Recordings will be provided by the organizers too, as far as this session is concerned. So guys, these are the phrases you can see. There is a growing appeal for this, explaining three. If you see these phrases, academic phrases, I think you can do the wonderful job in your research. I know that it has not been coached that way, it is being required. Everyone loves research. Everyone talks about, from vice chancellor to the clerk in your university, maybe in your colleges. But I think time is important. Nobody is guided the way it is being expected or executed. तो इसलिए नहीं मालूम. Introduction फिर से थोड़ा देख लीजिए. Paragraph types, open body, concluding paragraph structure. Correct paragraphing is also required. आजकल जैसे मैंने बताया आपको, I've already given some idea insights about Grammarly. So people are using Grammarly, and Grammarly help you to understand, because Grammarly कैसे काम कर रहा है? Grammarly is working based on the algorithms. Artificial intelligence पर काम कर रहा है जो software बना है. And now they are charging the money. Who knows that? But because they have also understood that there is a requirement of in the academic world as far as. But academic writing is different from the person. Personal writing नहीं है कि आप किसी को letter लिख रहे हैं और you are writing a simple letter to your boss, you are writing a simple letter to your family members like that. It's completely a different ball game. So as I've just quoted in this section, you have to start your introduction. So this is about the introduction, guys. So I'm done with the introduction. ये थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए, subject, purpose, scope like this. Generally, you will find the focus of the introduction in this way, and you should write. Even some journals have specific guidelines. अगर आप select कर चुके कि आपको उसी journal में लिखना है, then you follow the guidelines exactly given by the particular journal. There, this fundamental which I've shared with you, the basis will be the same, but the context, okay, purpose should become at the first, scope should become at the second. Means reordering of this entire text. तो अगर आप पहले लिख लेंगे, you can easily change the. If you have written or writing the introduction, you can definitely change the their sequences as far as the general guidelines are concerned. So this is again a part so that you will never forget. इसको आप देख लीजिए, समझ लीजिए. Part 1 should contain 1 to 2 sentences, provide the broad overview about the topic, essay, generally defined topic like this. Statement, quotes and all I've already given, right? Get a little more specific, given some background information and lead into the thesis statement. Thesis you can consider with the paper. Either paper, either research. I think someone asked me, sir, what is the difference between research paper and article? It is the same. Even newspaper article is also a research article if it is written that way. But these correspondents, they are trained to just give the basic message to the society, to the readers. Okay, this has happened, this incident happened, so and so died because of some accident. So this is not research actually. This is a direct interpretation, narration. I should rather use the word narration. This is a narrative information as far as this literature. So guys, come to the research gaps. Research gaps is nothing but a very simple. You can see research gaps and contribution. So what is research gap? Suppose your context is divided in this category. So research gap, one idea contains one research question. Second idea contains second research question. RQ stands for research question, and research question itself a gap means some work has been done, some work is about to. So how you can easily extract? If you see the thesis on any research paper, there is a one last section before the conclusion is the limitation of the research. So that limitation of the research of that author which has been published is the new research gap for you, people like you, people like me. So I'm just giving you the root word. जिसके लिए literature limitation of the research is given in the paper, that is the research gap form. It is readily available, right? जो किसी ने काम नहीं किया है वो उसके लिए रिसर्च लिमिटेशन थी, जो नहीं किया वही तो आपको करना है, तो आप वहां से आप ले सकते हैं रिसर्च गैप. इट इज अवेलेबल, आपको मिल जाएगा. इट विल बी इन द लास्ट सेक्शन, बट यू मे नॉट फाइंड इन ऑल पेपर्स. But these days, in last 2-3 years, 4 years, if you see the trend in across the areas, people have started writing implication, limitation of the study. Even आजकल के editors तो data भी मांगते हैं. They want the data, they want to see that, they want to show that whether it is done by you or done by somebody, or you have copied. Even these days, many people are very shrewd and they copy the data also. I will show you in some of the session. मैं आपको ये सब दिखाने वाला हूँ. I'll show you over this screen that how the data is copied, methodology is copied, everything is copied. So what is the contribution? You tell me. What is the contribution of a research? So research gap is fairly available in the limitation of the section. And if the work has been done, then you identify something in the form of this section. So what you do, I am just giving you one strategy. You just make research question 1 on one research gap, then 2, then 3, then prioritize. Then you prioritize ki whether you want to combine these 4 research questions in one study, or you want to make the splittance of the different research gaps. So research gap is nothing, the particular work has not been done. Even many of the guides generally ask their scholars to go and see the literature review. तो मैं कल एक आपको तरीका बताऊंगा how you can easily find the research gap. So something I'm leaving to you so that your mind will sensitize, your mind will allow you, because it is a mixed model. Something has been taught and shared in the class, and something is given at home, and you can do. So this is one chart. You can see what is the gap of research. So you can go to the research general selection, then find the some keywords. आपको research gap भी कहाँ मिलेगा? मैं आपको एक और तरीका बता रहा हूँ, which is a smarter way. I do not know whether YouTube video is available or not. If you go to the journal's website in which you are interested to publish, you will find that उन्होंने लिखा है वहाँ पर clearly, they have written categorically, we are inviting paper, call for paper, COF, no, call COP, call for papers में वहाँ आता है, okay, we are looking for this. So that may be also a good gap of research, because that is demanding. अगर आप उसमें पेपर लिख रहे हैं तो मुझे लगता है you have high chance to. So I'm just giving you some shortcut. If you do not want to go literature review, आप readily लेना चाहते हैं, at least you can find some pick choose. In morning also I have given some idea from where you can gap, means the particular work has not been done significantly. अगर कहीं ज्यादा काम नहीं हुआ है तो उसके 2 रास्ते हैं. Either the people are losing some interest in that area. That is number 1 observation. Second is that the data is not available. People have tried, but they have not succeeded. It is not like that कि work नहीं हुआ है. Because your mind, you are thinking with the same pace, I am also thinking that. So our mind allows and think in the same way, and then science has proved these things. So how we can say that the work has not been done in this area? You tell me. You answer my question, simple question in the chat window. So work has been done, but because of some limitation, because of the data, because not acceptability given by the reviewer. Did you remember in morning session I've given you relevance and all these things? So that works here. So keyword searching, keywords ranking, and keyword finalizing. So these are the some areas. So what is the gap of research that signifies? So these areas signifies as far as this point. So with these words, guys, I'm done with this, and there is another presentation for literature review. ये भी मैं बता देता हूँ. Still we have 5 minutes to go. So rest I've already given, and tomorrow I will continue with this. So there is no hard and fast rule. Okay, guys. So literature review, how to write an literature review. So please understand and make a note. So the aim of today's is to getting you think about the purpose of literature review, getting you think about what your own literature review will look like. Critical thinking, guys. सोचना बहुत जरूरी है. मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया. With a glass of water, with a glass of coffee, you sit at cool and calm place and allow your mind. अगर आप माइंड को अलाउ करेंगे, then these ideas will come. Then you understand कैसे कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं. So deep thinkings are very much important. So that's why आज का एम क्या है? Critical thinking, reading and writing. पहले सोचना है, फिर पढ़ना है, फिर लिखना है. अगर आप इसमें से कोई भी एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, but still you are claiming that you are a good researcher, I think you have to understand yourself again, right? Planning and structuring option, that is also there. And interactive, बातचीत कीजिए, लिखिए, बातचीत कीजिए, interactive, So it is a both way learning. So literature review, in pairs, discuss what you think a literature review is for. Just jot down your ideas on the paper and write. किसके लिए लिख रहे हैं? When thinking about the literature review, we need to think about what is for made for that. What is the purpose of the literature review? Literature review का purpose क्या है? कि आपने उसको देख लिया है. You have already read those articles in your line, in your length breadth of your idea. That is literature review. लिटरेचर तो अवेलेबल है. रिव्यू, आपका क्या रिव्यू? आपने उससे क्या सीखा? आपने क्या उससे समझा? What intervention you have brought down? What is your takeaway? And that takeaway for a research is a literature review. अब उसमें भी वही फॉर्मूला लगेगा. The same formula you have to apply as I was mentioning with the introduction section. You have to think critically. Okay, blah blah person has highlighted this, argued this. 2-3 लाइन लिखी, बात खत्म हो गई. Job done, right? Then you go for the another paper in your same line. But there should be some synchronization that is there. So these points will help you establish the terms and context, present a survey and preceding literature on the topic, explore the way that you have solved a similar question problem. कहीं ऐसा ना हो, generally possibility is there you are repeating the literature. Outline some relationship of dependent variable and independent variables also, right? Because you need to understand, okay, because of corona my university is suffering. There is one relationship. So corona is a independent variable, dependent variable that you guys research. But it is a independent variable, right? In the research. Because effect done by someone that is independent. So in this way, your relationship will start. Evaluates the quality and relevance of the literature, that is also important. How else will you be able to build or reject it? Establish the gaps and inadequacies. Demonstrates your scholarly rigor. Rigor नहीं है. वो जो पटनायक साहब बोल रहे थे मॉर्निंग में, रिगर नहीं है. रिसर्च तो है. मैंने वो क्या बताया, आप याद रखिए, आप डॉक्टरेट से मिलेंगे, आप अपना नजरिया बदलिए. यू चेंज योर पर्सपेक्टिव टू लुक एट द पीपल. डॉक्टरेट है लेके कैसे किया है, इट्स $1 million क्वेश्चन. बट स्कॉलर नहीं है. आप उनको बोलिए सर आपने डॉक्टरेट किया है, आप बताइए, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन दिस फिनोमेना एंड कॉन्सेप्ट. दे विल लुक हियर एंड देयर जस्ट लाइक दिस. They will make some exclusion like this. So I have got many people during my program वो लोग claim करते थे. And so I said okay, ठीक है सर, आप बताइए, थोड़ा डिस्कस करते हैं. Which are the authors, which are the people? It's like so you can cross check like this. But you should be humble. I'm not saying that you argue, you fight, you bombard. No, you just be humble, because your reflection go with you. ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. रिफ्लेक्शन कभी खराब नहीं होना चाहिए. आप चाहे कम ज्ञान रखें, you maybe have less knowledge, please keep it, but don't lose your ethics, don't lose your morale, don't lose your ethical issues and values which you have taken from your family. नाम खराब नहीं करना है. You need not to create the bad name in the world. That is the one big thing I think above than these research papers and all this, that I believe. So I hope you agree. So this is the literature review, critical analysis, existing research in your field. It highlights both the strength and weaknesses also of your research. Allow you to gain your critical understanding of the field. तो वो कैसे आएगी? How it will come? Once you read. हम लोग बहुत पढ़ते हैं. Mind में इतना material है, you can't believe. वो पढ़ना लिखना जरूरी है. तभी आप उसको, I told you one word, interesting word, repository. You create your repository. Means you start building your repository for your own benefit. जब वो बन जाएगा, once it is done, then probably you can write and use those words, play with these videos, play words and write context. या आपका कुछ लिखने का तरीका लगे, you may be a good writer, you may be a good author, right? You may be a good editor also sooner or later. So like this opportunity to think about what has been done in your field, opportunity to think about similarities. ये वो तरीका है. This is the place where you can think differently. You can have the opportunity to write some trends. देश विदेश से जो भी लोग हैं उसके बारे में आप बता सकते हैं लिटरेचर रिव्यू में. और यहाँ पर आप कोट कर सकते हैं, साइट कर सकते हैं. As one question was also there, like this, by identifying strength and weaknesses, you are able to think about what has not needs to be done in your field. What is the gap? What is the gap in the literature? Is your justification is sufficient or not? That you decide and revisit, right? So these are some things more than just a literature review process like this. So इस तरह से PhD level, master level, critical thinking as a student, हमेशा student के जैसे act कीजिए. You may be a good professor, you may be a bright scholar, but act like if you want to be in this area, like critical thinking process. That is this. Create, evaluate, analyze, apply, understand, and remember. So this is Anderson taxonomy to understand critical thinking, and Bloom's taxonomy as well as. So synthesize, creation, analysis, evaluation, application, understanding. So this is going cyclic order. Knowledge, understanding, application, analyze, like this. It works. So critical thinking कैसे करना है उसके बारे में बता रखा है. कल भी हम इसके बारे में बात करेंगे. So I'm just leaving some points to you. Rest we will continue. So guys, I think with these words, I should stop here and let me see your questions. Okay, let me see your questions. Yes, it is the form, guys. Let me see and enable your sorry. Let me see your this. Sorry, this is the link, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, now I think somebody has opened it. Yes, very good. So responses are coming. Thank you very much. So let me go through. Yes, this, yes. So Google form for use, or else multiple time anyone can submit responses for a single link. No, it is not a confusing. You have to mark your attendance. We will see the time. Dr. Amandrath, your idea is not great. Thank you. You may be because आपको entry करना पड़ेगा, that you need to enter first, right? So any more queries, guys? I think people are worried about attendance. If I could see, attendance is not longer accepting responses. Okay. Any questions related to the content what we have discussed so far? Okay, that's great, guys. So someone, I think, chat is at random. Slide number, can you show slide number 8? Okay, slide number 8 is this. Yes, this is 8 slide. This is 8 slide. Taxonomy. This chart you are looking for, right? Isn't it? So I hope you had some bit of learning with me. I do not know, but tomorrow we can meet again, guys, and I love to see you. Sir, are we going to get the reward of the nearest answer of the question? Yes, I will mail you. Okay. I've given my email ID. Please share your views. I still remember your name, and I will share some interesting material to you. Maybe with all, but to you first. Okay, Abhishek Singh. And sharing the PPT, like PPT will not be provided, guys. I'm sorry for that, because these are some training, because sometimes I usually, so because I don't want to keep you overloaded with this information. Otherwise confusion would occur, right? You can ask me in the class and understand, make your note, because I want to fully engage you. That is my purpose. Okay, so I hope you have good understanding. So we'll meet, because my another class is there for which I need some time, right? And I love to receive, I love to get your feedback and experience through mail, through formal mail. Okay, and through formal mail on ID. So I'm writing here, guys, gmail.com, and you do that homework also, and I'm happy to answer, guys. So Abhishek is a PhD scholar. Okay, that's great. So please use, guys. This world is full of knowledge and everything, but you try to do it by one. Do complete your homework. Tomorrow show me that what you have written, the introduction, how many chances you failed, what was the content, what was the writing style. Ankit Kumar, I've already replied as far as the research gaps are concerned. I've given you some strategies also. You can go to limitations of the study, maybe on the websites, maybe you can compare some 1 or 2 paper, then you can easily find that, okay, what work has been done, how much it has been done, how much data is available. So everything is in that link. Okay, Ankit? I think you have also asked this same question in the previous session. I still remember. Okay. So I hope I had made justice with this. Okay. Any other queries, guys? So shall we close this? एक्सरसाइज के बारे में फिर से बता रही एक्सरसाइज इज लाइक यू हैव टू आपको एक एक्सरसाइज दिया है आपको इंट्रोडक्शन लिखना है अपने पेपर के बारे में विदाउट लुकिंग एट मतलब आपको गूगल नहीं यूज करना लैपटॉप यूज नहीं करना व्हाट्सएप यूज नहीं करना दिस इज फॉर हिंदी गाइस दोज हु वांट टू स्पीक इन हिंदी अंडरस्टैंड ओके which paper is the best empirical or conceptual no there is no bifurcation Sachin or both the papers are good concept are based on the main concept rigor must be there empirical papers are those papers which are full of analysis full of so iska koi answer nahi hai I think this question for me if you ask me as a researcher it is a spurious question ki which paper is good bad both are required at different both have their own identity isn't it आप इसके चक्कर में क्यों पढ़ते हैं कि ये अच्छा है ये बुरा है ये छोटा है ये बड़ा है लंबा है नो पेपर इज द पेपर paper has different dimensions paper is a conceptual paper maybe article maybe a newspaper article maybe a editorial article maybe a good research paper empirical qualitative quantitative kitne sare paper ke ideas hai Sachin right is that okay with you satisfied Amrisha does research gap include in introduction no कुछ थोड़ा सा बता सकते हैं hint as I've already given research gap it can be linked after introduction आता है कि what is the research gap why you are doing this introduction is only introduction literature is the supporting article and your framework and research gap is the third stage वही मैंने आपको बताया research gap को कैसे करना है okay literature review के part में आप थोड़ा बहुत बता सकते हैं there is no hard and fast rule but not fully okay there is a separate section so I hope you have understood I've answered your queries right चारू गोयल again चारू you have many questions too आज मुझे लगता है आज आप पूरा रिसर्च खत्म कर देंगे so we need to choose a random topic and write about it no random topic क्या होता है देखिए हम जैसा सोच रहे हैं वैसा ही बोल रहे हैं right ध्यान दीजिएगा so random topic is nothing वो टॉपिक लीजिए जो आपके फील्ड से रिलेटेड हो नया हो न्यू और उसकी सस्टेनेबिलिटी हो maybe that area will be longer maybe 10 years so everything will be just a juggling like reinventing the wheel आपके लिए वो रैंडम है हो सकता है किसी के लिए कॉमन तो चारों आप अपने एरिया में देखिए आप जिस भी एरिया में काम कर रहे हैं उसके लोगों से देखिए उनसे बात कीजिए और मुझे लगता है वो ज्यादा अच्छा बता पाएंगे rather than me that I can just throw some idea in your area ठीक है so I hope you have understood and please share your ये तो देखिए chat window चला जाएगा if you want to really send me the feedback please drop in my inbox I'm happy to have it even I will use in my training session also your name will be come out okay can we use diagram in the tutorial aspect no never diagram there is a place in third section where you talks about the research methodology a research gap and some objective hypothesis है तो वहां पर आप diagram का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं okay मनोज जी right so what is the importance of review paper and काफी सारे questions I think you are same question I think I already answered these questions Manohar the importance of review paper and how it can be affect academic career importance of review paper is very much important जैसे I will give you the example Manohar suppose you are just a new entrant नए PhD scholar हो you are just a new entrant so you will be advised by your committee even your guide also you just publish one review paper if your review paper comes in general that is the very good remark that you have generated otherwise people will ask you to publish in conferences just to guide you so that you can go presentation ka kuch confidence aayega people will give you okay you do this you involve this or you cite my paper many people are taking the citation through indirect reference sometimes they say okay you cite my paper aisa kuch nahi hai so that is so how it is affect the academic career to bahut affect hoga Manohar suppose you want to be because it is the one of the lucrative career option many people are coming from the industries also in academics right even they are publishing in the industries also तो इट इज अफेक्टिंग अगर आपका पेपर नहीं आएगा मान लीजिए आपको 4 साल हो गए 5 साल हो गए व्हेन यू विल पब्लिश गुड पेपर एंड इफ यू आर नॉट पब्लिशिंग इट मींस वी कैन से दैट इट इज नॉट ए कप ऑफ टी राइट इट इज एज सिंपल एज इसका मतलब आप रिसर्च के लिए नहीं बने सो कैन वी राइट समथिंग बोथ प्रोजेक्ट रिसर्च इश्यूज इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट प्रॉब्लम प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट लिटरेचर रिव्यू का पार्ट नहीं है. श्रीवर्धन जी, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट थर्ड स्टेज is problem statement, research gap, research matter. Tomorrow I will show you the template. Okay, tomorrow I will show you the template, then you will understand. Okay, Manoj ji? Right, very good. So shall we leave, guys? Will you give me the permission to close?
Good evening, Professor
Yeah.
Rudra.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful session, and I hope participants have enjoyed.
Yeah, please
And,
ask them because some people are raising hands.
anyone can give the feedback about today's second session, please. Just we'll take one feedback. Unmute yourself. I think, did we give the rights to participants to unmute?
Yeah, sir, I am giving.
Right. Yeah, please, Professor Dr. Atul, please give the right now so that they can unmute and they can say a few words.
Now the participant can unmute himself.
Okay, this is a voluntarily. Please come forward, any participants, and say a few words about today's second session. Yes.
बहुत ही अच्छा गाइडेंस दिया तुमने सर. मैं एमई फर्स्ट ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूं सर, इंदौर एसजीआर सेंटर में.
Okay.
बहुत ही हेल्पफुल हो रहा है, मतलब समझ में आ रही है. जैसे हमारे टीचर ने बोल रहा है कि रिव्यू पेपर आप
कैमरा ऑन कर सकते हो. कैमरा भी, अच्छा कैमरा का तो राइट तुम्हारे पास है ही, कैमरा भी आप ऑन कर सकते हो.
हाँ, तो हमारे टीचर ने बोला है कि आपको रिव्यू पेपर 1 या 2 आ जाने चाहिए आपके सेकंड सेम से पहले, है ना. तो ये बहुत ही हेल्पफुल लगा सर में, कैसे करते हैं, कैसे लिखते हैं, कैसे रिव्यू लिखते हैं, बहुत ही हेल्पफुल है.
Okay, good, thank you, and hopefully others also have enjoyed in similar way. And we will have another sessions as per our schedule tomorrow at 11:30. Then we'll start our this join that time. Okay, and after flag hosting, then I congratulate and wish all of you in advance happy Republic Day. And yes. Thank you, Professor Rudra. We can close today for today.
And happy researching, happy learning, guys. We'll catch up with you tomorrow morning as per the schedule, right? Meanwhile, you do some activities which I have requested all of you to do that so that you can understand and be your self-evaluator. Okay. So with these words, guys, we'll take a leave and thank you very much. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you.
Okay, bye.